So this morning, whilst checking on my wonderful garlic crop, you've got the Russian ones, the German ones, and porcelain ones. They're doing well. Haven't been in long either. Whilst I was checking on them, I looked over the bank side and I noticed a nation more fungi had popped up. Now these ones aren't edible. They're classed as inedible. And these are, as far as I can gather, shaggy parasol. And as you can see, some of them are pretty damn big. You know, look the size of that fella. Shame that wasn't edible. It'd make a lovely meal, that. You could just serve your dinner on top of it. Now if they've popped up, there will be others, both in the fields and in the woods. So I'm going to get back out, try the places I went last time, and also try a few new places. And we'll just see what we can get, you know. Anything is better than nothing. And those ones I got in the last couple of videos, I've since sliced those and dried them, and they're now in a big jar. I'll do the same with any I find today as well. So let's get into it. Ow! 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 God damn, that was a bad start. Some blackthorn lying on the ground. That is the length of the thorn, and it's just gone straight through my welly into the bottom of my foot. That is vicious, absolutely vicious. There's another bit as well. God, get that put on the fire here and burn it. God, yeah, but it won't stop me. Okay, this looks like a decent start in the fields near my house. Nice little field mushroom. Another one up here, actually another two here. Be rude not to get them. Not bad for a start. One that's been kicked over. Still looks okay. And that one's a little bit too small, I'll leave that one. And they're a little bit too small as well. So as usual, I'll use my little knife. I'll just trim these up, chuck whatever comes off the bottom into the fields, and hopefully we'll have more mushrooms spread around the place. Okay, so I've just come into a piece of more or less ancient woodland. There's a lot of oak trees. There's quite a few beech. Unfortunately, the woodlands become contaminated with sycamore trees, which are pretty much no good for anything other than burning. But there's quite a lot of leaf litter on the ground. I'm sure there will be something in here somewhere. Let's just find it. This looks perfect, you know. We've got the silver birch, which has fallen down a couple of years ago. It's just in the process of rotting away into the ground. We've got wood rush in here. All the dead leaves off that are rotting away into the ground. We've got tree stumps, you know. We've got leaf litter. We've got a really rich humus in here. And it's quite dark. It's reasonably damp. There's got to be something in this sort of area. Now I very nearly stood on this fella because it's on the path. Oh, he's alright. He's not bad. It's mostly a Porcini or Ceps. Boletus Edulis. I know that one because that is a belter. It's not particularly good condition, but there is plenty salvageable, and I've just seen another one up there as well. There, you know, when I was coming down this steep bank side, no chance of seeing that tucked in under there. Very difficult things to spot. This one looks to be in really good condition. Ooh, yeah, it's pretty much intact, that one. That's good. I'll get these cleaned up, chuck the muck about the place, and we'll go on to the next location. Hello, hello. Now I haven't seen any of these fellas yet this year. But I know what that is. It's an amethyst deceiver. Yeah, not a bad one. I think this one's a little bit past its best. Yeah, no, looks alright. And we've got another one here as well. And another one here. God, you've got to get right into them to be able to see these blooming things on this bank side. God. You literally need the eyes of a hawk. Awesome, there's another one. Tucked away in the foliage. There's another one as well. Very small, that one. Class. Just coming down this path here. A very well worn path. And I've just spotted this lad. Look at the size of that. That must have been gigantic a few days ago. Yeah. I mean, just because of the size of it, it's actually split. Not all of it's been eaten. There's probably enough that I could salvage off that as well. That's not bad. You know, I might curse the slugs, but when they've had a go at one of these boletus, it makes them a lot easier to see. Because you've just got the brown and then you've got the white, and the white really stands out against the leaves. Still one having a meal there. Still not too bad though, you know. Get something off that. Oh, I've just hit the motherlode here. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's at least 9 that I can see. This is glorious. You can see how steep this bank side is, and I actually came along here last week and there was not anything, there was nothing, not one fungi on this bank side. Today it's absolutely full of them. Look at that, man. Awesome. I'm going to put these down before I fall over as well. Right, I'll get these cleaned up and then we'll have a look in the basket, shall we? Well, there you go. The basket's looking a bit healthier now, and it's actually got a decent bit of weight to it. God, there's some weight in there. Belter. Most of those were just from this little bit of bankside here. So I've trimmed these fellas up, and all the little bits of muck and trimmings, I've just chucked them all around here just so I can hopefully spread the mycelium around. Oh wow. I'm just coming down to the path here in a dry stream bed. Just behind this log we've got 2 monsters, and one of them looks absolutely untouched. That's amazing. And I mean, from that path you would just never see them at all. You know, invisible. Just approaching it from a different angle and you've got 2 beauties. That's pretty savage, but it's okay. This one, look at that, man. Beautiful. And I look to my right, and even closer to the path, we've got an absolute monster. Look at the size of that. It's gone back over now, but god damn, that's a big one. That would have been an absolute beauty. Still plenty of salvageable meat on that though, for sure. Dear God, I've just turned around and there's some more here as well. Look at that, man. What a year. I thought one of those ones previously was big. I mean, this is pretty much mangled, but look at the size of that. Dear me. What a monster. I think we'll just leave him here. Put all the spores around here. Hopefully get more in there next year. There is some decent ones though. That one's not bad. We've got one in here as well. Yeah, it's hollowed out, but he's not too bad. There's a nice big chunky one under there. Oh, hello. Big beast there as well. There's plenty about. We're gonna need a bigger basket. Look at that. Is that not a vision of beauty? This is insane. I mean, I literally am running out of space in here. I've just found 2 beauties here. A nice big lad and a little lad just down there. And I've only just entered the part where I found them all in the last hunt. God, unbelievable. Now here's one of my favourite spots, and there's, God, there's just Ceps or Porcinis all over the place. I think I am going to run out of space in the basket, but I've got to be very careful along here because there's a hell of a drop here, maybe, I don't know, 35, 40 feet, and I get quite bad vertigo. So when I'm walking along here, it feels weird. So I tend to be like leaning into the right hand side here so I don't fall over the edge. Look at that, man. The size of that. I mean, there's probably half a pound of meat there, which is still alright. It takes some cleaning up, but it's alright. And it's been savaged, but it doesn't matter because I've got another two here. Now that's what I call a lot of edible fungus. But look at these lads. Now these aren't edible, but they're just in that little hollowed out bit of tree there, just sitting absolutely beautifully. If I hadn't have approached them from this angle, I would never have seen them. Lovely. Talking of lovely, we've got more up here. God, oh, I can see at least 4 just from here. Holy sweet mother of Jesus. You'd not believe the size of this fella. Look at that. Let's see what he's like. Oh. Wow. Unbelievable. There's a stump from another one as well. They're just all over here. You know, for the amount of people that come in these woods, there's obviously nobody looking for edibles. Look at that, right next to the side of the path, plain view, another monster. Okay, so that down there is the basket of awesomeness. That's where I've just had the last big porcini from. I crossed over the path to start cleaning it up and spreading the mycelium about, and I think I found the best one of the day. It's not the biggest, but it looks absolutely beautiful. And the crushing thing is, I actually walked past this before, but it's so well camouflaged. Look at that. That's like something you would get in a fairy tale. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hey up. There's a little one over there as well. Okay, so this is the state of play now. I'll just put it in a bit better light. Hopefully you'll be able to see it a bit better. Full porcini or Ceps. Just picked another one. And look at that. There's another one here. Another one there. Check these lads out. One there. 3 there. Another one here, which has been kicked over, but it's still fine. Another one here. Another one here, and look at the size of that one. Hello. But I've got nowhere to put them. My basket is absolutely overflowing. Yeah, this is where they all are, just in here. There's millions of them. And as you can see, I just cannot get any more into this basket. This must weigh, I don't know, 7 or 8 kilos. It's so heavy. Maybe it's even more. It's like lifting a bag of bloody sand. So I'm going to come back for these lads later on. But in the meantime, I'm going to walk through the wood and out the other end. I won't bother picking any more, but I shall see if I can identify any more, so it makes them a lot easier to find when I come back next time. Now I was contemplating taking my t-shirt off, tying the top, and actually just using that as a big basket, but then I would have a huge basket in one hand, a t-shirt full of fungi in the other hand, and I'd have nowhere to hold the camera. So I decided against that idea. It's absolutely insane, the amount of fungi. Absolutely unbelievable, and it's all one type. The other ones haven't even started yet. But these are the best. These are absolute belters. We've got a bit of a clearing coming up, so there's probably going to be some more in there as well. Now I think I'll do a separate video on the preparation of these, because I have given them a rough clean, but as I'm slicing them, I'll clean them a little bit more meticulously before I put them in the air dryer. And I may as well show you that process, because the volume of the mushroom gets reduced down to nearly nothing. Absolutely spot on. I mean, you know, nature is providing such a bounty. You know, there's been loads of apples on the trees. There's been a hell of a lot of, well, just fruit of all sorts in the hedgerows, you know. It's, you know, nature's telling us that it's going to be a dark winter. We already know there's engineered, oh, some more down there. We already know that there's, you know, engineered food crises going on all around the world, all being driven by the same predator class nut jobs. And nature's saying, look, take all this stuff, take it, use it, store it. So many people just ignore it, you know, because it's, I don't want to say it's ignorance, it's lack of knowledge. No, I will say it. It is ignorance of the outdoors. It is ignorance of wild food. And I'm not immune to that. You know, I'm just really starting on my journey. You know, fair enough, I know how to shoot, fish, trap, hunt. I can recognise tracks, signs, all this sort of thing. But when it comes to wild food and foraging, I'm by no means a master. You know, I can recognise the places where I think certain wild foods may be, and it turns out most of the time I'm right. But as far as identifying all the species, I'm not very good, especially on the fungi. So, you know, I've still got plenty of learning to do, as have we all. Nobody is an expert in anything. Certainly not me. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it wherever you want, but more importantly, get out into the woods and the fields. Make use of nature's bounty. Store it, dry it, cook it, eat it. It's there for us and it costs absolutely nothing. You know, while the supermarket, oh, there's a beast. And oh, I'll show you these ones in a minute. You know, while the supermarkets are charging the earth for food and the shelves are becoming increasingly emptier, there's food all around us, you know. We'll just have to recognise that and exploit it. Oh, here we go. Look at the size of that fella. It's a bit mangled, but I mean that must probably weigh 2 kilos. Got more over here, there's a little beauty there. Another one's been kicked over by the deer. Another few here. A twin one there, absolute beauty there. Another one that's been kicked over. I mean, even the stuff. Oh, there's another one there as well. Look at that, man. There you go. Deer crap. What a perfect place for fungi. And oh Christ, there's a massive one down there as well. I've seen more that I can't pick on the way out than will probably fill a basket again. I think I'll come with 2 baskets next time. This is absolutely incredible. Okay, moment of truth. It's on 0. These are some of the scales that I use for weighing out my filter media. I'll take half a kilo or a pound off for the basket and the few field mushrooms that I found. I think that's pretty generous though. So we'll see what this lot weighs. Just under 7 kilos. So about 6.5 kilos of mushrooms there. That's a pretty good return. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.